All right, so I'm Dr. B here with Mentally Strong on our YouTube and podcast, and I am interviewing one of our nominees for the Mentally Strong Award, and I'd like to introduce Janelle. Janelle was actually nominated by one of your
caregivers.
Yeah. Nice. And so tell us where you work and what you do.
Well, I work for Amada Senior Care.
Okay.
And excuse me. I've been with the company for almost 5 years. I started off as a caregiver, and I was a caregiver for a year. And then they brought me up here into the office, and so I'm a scheduler.
Okay.
And I take care of all of Denver. And I have about 50 clients that I take care of to make sure that my girls go and do what they need to do with my people. Yeah, they're all seniors. Some of them are on hospice. They do need help with stuff like around the house, light housekeeping. We take them on to their doctor's appointments if they need to go shopping, or just to hang out for companionship, because a lot of the seniors, that's basically what they want, is they want somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do.
How do you balance like work and life and being almost a full-time caregiver and kind of helping your caregivers not get burnt out and those kinds of things?
Well, I make sure that I do not schedule them a lot unless they ask if they want extra hours. Then if I don't have the people to do that, then I will give them the extra hours to do that. We want to make sure that my people are taken care of, because that's why we're here. We're here to go in to take care of them.
Yeah. So maybe your coworkers or your caregivers kind of know something that you've been through, that you've overcome. Would you like to share that with our audience?
Well, I go through a lot with my clients passing. I take it to heart.
It's okay. Sorry. That's what we're here. Because mental strength doesn't mean not crying, right? You're recognizing that grief is real, and
it's definitely real. That is for sure. So so when I do lose a client, it hits me hard. Especially ones that I've had since I've been in the office. I just found out today that I lost another one on Sunday. So it's hard, but it's the business that we're in. Right. And I always tell my girls, we're going to come into this world and we're going to go out. We don't know how, we don't know when, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we need to be there to be strong for the other family member. So and I absolutely love my job. I love it.
Well, it really touches my heart that there are people that are doing this job, that it's not just a job, that I think, sometimes in our journey of mental health and mental strength, we think that mental strength is kind of not feeling, because or kind of having that anticipatory grief and not connecting with people. But what I hear you saying is that you're actually allowing yourself to connect with your clients, they're your family, and then you also grieve when they pass.
I do. I absolutely do. I've known some of them for, like I said, since I've been working in the office. So, and I get the chance to go and visit with them as well. So get to know a little bit more about them, so that they can put my face with my name when I'm talking to them on the phone. So
awesome.
So,
So if you were talking, if there was somebody watching that maybe has a family member that is has medical complications, or is terminal, or, a senior family member that they're caring for, what kind of advice would you give them for their mentally strong journey?
Just to take it one day at a time. You're there to help them as well as a family member. And they want that help. They want to know that there is somebody there that cares. They want somebody there to hold their hand. And if they're on morphine, they want somebody there just for the comfort, just for that comfort. So, I would just say, take it one day at a time. That's all you can do.
Yeah. And what do you personally do for grief? Like, how do you, because you're doing it a lot, unfortunately. but it's, you know, it's kind of your purpose in life and your choice. What are you doing for yourself in that grief process? How do you grieve?
Well, I cry. I
That's
do
great.
cry,
Yeah.
but you know, I just got to think they're in a better place. If they're in pain, they're no longer in any kind of pain.
Yeah.
And, you know, the good Lord has called them home.
Yeah.
And so I do grieve, but I have to let it go because I do have other clients that I have to take care of.
Yeah.
So it
Well,
can be hard.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm an expert in grief. I've lost two children, one in a drowning accident and one to a terminal condition that my daughter and my husband also have. And so I have, you know, I talk about this a lot on my YouTube channel, and I just talk about taking that time to grieve. I think oftentimes, especially people in your position, might just, you know, kind of push it aside. And
Right.
if we don't allow ourselves to grieve, whether it be crying or however you need to do that, it will come up in other ways, even physical aches and pains and not feeling well
Absolutely.
and depression.
Right.
And so, you know, I call it controlled grief, like taking that time and saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to cry tonight and I'm going to look at pictures, or I'm going to, you know, remind myself of stories and just kind of let it out, you know, like that teapot that's steaming and boiling up. We've got to let it out sometimes. And so that's why I'm very proud of you to be able to acknowledge that, yes, I grieve for all of these clients, and it's okay to cry.